everybody, this is Julie with Craft with Julie again, and let's go ahead and get started on the August Stamp of the Month cards. Now this is the kit that I send out when you purchase the Stamp of the Month on my website. So here it is again, if you're just tuning in. This is the Stamp of the Month. It is available for $18.95, or you can get it for $5 with a $50 purchase, or if you're a Close to My Heart VIP customer, you can get it for free with a $50 purchase. And then I will send you this kit in the mail that has the pieces in there to create these 3 cards. So I'm going to show you how to put these together. So if you already ordered your set, you should have this. I should have sent this in the mail to you. So everything comes in here. I do put like what products that I've used and what colors of cardstock. So if you have a question on what something is, you can just look at your insert. And then on the back, I let you know what supplies you'll need and also the ink colors. So you'll need some adhesive, some scissors, watercolor pencils, or something else to color with. You'll need a journaling pen and black shimmer brush. And then the ink colors we're using are Intense Black, Candy Apple, and Toffee. And then I do write some simple instructions, and then everything is separated into cards. So here's card number 1. I'm just going to put those up there, put my instructions off to the side. And so card 1, 2, and 3. So let's go ahead and get started with card 1, which is, oops, they're falling out, is this one right here. So there's a lot of fun stamping, and there is some fussy cutting on this one. And if you recognize the papers used on this, yes, I've used some more of that mix-in. So you will have in your little package, you will have some dots, some of the stripe paper, a strip of the circle paper, a strip of pine. We're going to be using the brown plaid and the yellow like star kind of X's, and then you have wood grain and the burlap, and you can choose. Some of you have different colors of wood grain. I just was able to pull from my stash on what I had, so it might be a little bit different, but that's okay. I think it comes out pretty much the same. So let's go ahead and start stamping. We're going to stamp these pieces right here with some of those fun icons from the Teach, oh, now I can't remember. It's called Teach, Love, Inspire stamp set. So the little papaya or candy apple, we're going to stamp the apple. And let me grab my block, and there's this adorable little apple on here, and we're going to just use the Intense Black or just black ink on these. So let's go ahead and stamp the apple on this one pattern right here. And oh, I don't need to, oh, there's my chamois. I was like, where is my chamois to clean my stamp? Okay, so here's my stamp chamois. I'll just clean that off really quick. And then the next one is, let's do the book. So we have this notebook looking one. Let's get a one that will fit it. And we're going to stamp it on this yellow pattern. And then inside of this, oh my goodness, stamps flying. Inside of it, we're going to stamp thank you. We'll switch those out. Okay. And stamp thank you inside of there. Okay, and then let's do the, I'm just gonna flip this over. There we go. The cup. Isn't that cute? A cute little cup. I'm gonna stamp it on this one right here. And then our little cup of supplies onto the dot pattern. And then the last thing we need to stamp is, well, actually, there's two more things. We're going to stamp it right onto the wood grain. So what I'm going to do is get a card base and assemble that to the point that I can tell where things are going to be, so I can stamp it in the right spot. So I'm going to attach this wood grain. So mine's a little different than maybe some of yours. And at the top, and then the burlap is going to go here on the bottom. Okay, so now I can see where I need to stamp some things. So we're going to stamp the books right here. And like, did I get that off a little bit? Yes. Let me pull that burlap up a little. It's like I have a little space. There it goes. It should match up. There we go. That's better. Okay, so let's stamp this little stack of books right on top of that burlap off to the right-hand side. And then we have those adorable little reading glasses. Those as well. I'm going to stamp kind of right here. So it kind of looks like a little bookshelf that all these fun things are sitting on. Okay. So let's go ahead and cut some of these things out. And then we will add the candy apple. Actually, let's just add these while they're sitting here. So we have the pine, and then this circle pattern. I feel like I'm jumping all over. I'm sorry. Is there an order that you guys like to do things? Let me know. Sometimes I like to glue everything down, and sometimes I like to stamp everything, and then sometimes I just go haywire. So, okay, let's stamp this thank you. And I not stamp, did I say stamp? I mean cut. And we're going to cut it right up against that black line, so none of the yellow is showing on the outside. A spiral. And I'm using Close to My Heart's micro tip scissors. If you're looking for a nice set of scissors, I highly recommend the micro tip non-stick scissors. I have like 3 pairs and I love them. My kids keep walking off with them, so I have to keep buying more pair. So I'm just going to tuck that under and kind of lean that on to the stack of books. Okay, then let's do the cup. So cute. A little coffee cup, hot cocoa. If you guys like Starbucks. The kids around here, I think, love Starbucks. I personally like my caffeine colds in the form of a Diet Coke. So, but specialized hot chocolate, I won't turn it down. Okay, so we're going to use some 3D foam on the back of that. Pop it up a little bit. And it will cover up the glasses just a little bit. And then let's do this cup of goodness. I'm just going to cut around it the best I can without cutting off any of those images. It's a little tricky, a little fussy cutting. These would be really cute colored in. Did you guys see the candy wrapper that I made for back to school night? I actually colored them in on that one. But I thought this mix-in paper was so cute. So this card was the beginning of my obsession with the mix-in paper collection. This is the one I started with. So I'll just put this towards the left of the glasses. And then let's do the apple. And I just left a little bit of a line, I didn't do right on the line. I just left a little bit on the outside. Yes, so this is what started my obsession with that paper packet, the mix-in. I made this and I was like, oh, it's so fun to stamp all of these icons on pattern paper. So if you don't have markers, that's a good option. Okay, so we're going to use some 3D foam to pop the little apple up. Okay, and just add that right in front of those glasses, or let's see, scooch it over just a little bit. And you can play with the placing, probably not exactly like mine. And then there is a heart on the stamp set, and we're going to use some candy apple ink and add some hearts. This like scares me because I already have pretty much the card done, and then I'm going to add some stamping, so I don't want to mess up. So one kind of on the right hand side, and then I'm going to do two right here. There we go. Isn't that cute? It'd be so fun to send like a little gift card or a little note to the teacher to thank them for all that they do. Okay, so that was card number 1. Okay, so card number 2, let me grab the pieces. So this one is a little bit of a different style. I wanted to show you the different types of cards you could make with this same stamp set. So this pattern paper is actually from the Backyard Bliss paper collection. We didn't use it in a workshop, but I wanted to show you a sample using that. So this is just says we simply couldn't do it without you. And it's very just floral. You wouldn't even know that it belongs to kind of a school themed stamp set. So it's definitely a different direction. Okay, so let's stamp the sentiment. And we're going to stamp it in Toffee. And for this one, I'm going to get, I haven't stamped with the foam all day, and I apologize, but this will help us get a better image. If you just put that foam piece underneath your working space and stamp right on it. Or if you have a pad like this, you can use the sponge side to stamp on. It just helps the stamp get a better, cleaner image. Okay, so there's the Toffee. And we're going to color in the flowers with watercolor pencils. If you have some, great. If you don't, that's totally fine too. You can use markers, you can use pretty much anything you want, or you could just leave them plain. And I can't remember what colors of pencils I used. This is kind of I was trying to match the paper. So let's go ahead and just use like a pink. I'm just going to color that in. And since we're not using water, I could stamp with the Toffee and it won't bleed. So if I was going to color it in with like watercolors, I would definitely have used the intense black so the colors wouldn't bleed. Let me see. That's not the one I used. Maybe it's this one. So it was more of a blue to match the colors of the paper. And color that in. And then, let's see, a green for the leaves. Okay. You could even use your kids' colored pencils from school, because you know we all just bought a bunch of those for back to school. Okay, let's grab our card base, and we are going to attach the craft cardstock to the card base. And let's just attach it right there in the center, so it's leaving a white border. And then I want to attach the Backyard Bliss, look, there's like carrots, to this green. And then I'm going to take that twine that's included in your kit, and we're going to wrap it around this a couple times and then tie a bow. So you can see I kind of leave a big tail so I can get that bow in. Oh, maybe not that long of a tail. Maybe more like that. Maybe that will work. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to tie a bow kind of on the left-hand side. This is the bronze twine. It's got like a thing of bronze going through it, and it's on one of those that's, I believe it's on the clearance list, but it's been there for a little while, so I stock up and I still use it. We're gonna stick that, oh, hold on. We need to put it kind of towards the left, so just leave a little bit, like maybe 1/4 of an inch on the left-hand side. Sorry about that. I got talking. And then I'm going to add the sentiment to the green. And I'm actually going to use 3D foam to pop this up on the right-hand side. Okay. And put it about right there, so there's about 1/4 of an inch on the other side right here, and then under the bow, so it kind of pops out that way. Okay, so that is card number 2. Okay, and the third one is completely different. It's more of a, I don't know, just a totally different style. So on this one, we're just going to stamp the tools and the apple on this white piece of cardstock. So this is how I sometimes fit them on. so I don't mess with them too much on my, maybe I didn't give us enough. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Then I can just pick it up with my block. I'm going to stamp this. And cut them out. Okay, now these frames are from the Postage thin cut, and I want to say, and I probably should have looked at this before, but I think they are sold out. I designed these a while ago, and they were in stock at that time, but I think I saw people asking for them because they sold out. So I apologize if they are. If not, I'll put a link to the Postage thin cuts. They're kind of fun, so I wanted to use them on with this set. All right. And then we're going to cut out the apple. And so all three of these cards this month are kind of completely different styles and different colors, and I just had a really fun time designing them. It's one of my favorite things to do is to design these Stamp of the Month kits for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy them too. That's kind of a fun part of my job, if you want to call this a job. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take the card base, and we're going to stamp Teachers Shape the Future on the bottom of this card base in Candy Apple ink. So let's see, it's this one right here. It's kind of long, so I had to get my long block out. Okay, and when sentiments are long or stamps are long like that, I like to lay them on my workspace, and then I can pick them up straight so they don't bend at all. I'm just going to ink that up and then stamp it right here towards the bottom. I don't know, it always freaks me out to stamp right onto my card base. Is anybody else like that? I try not to, but sometimes you have to. Okay, so then we're going to use some doodling around the edge. So there's not much to this card, but I think it definitely pops with a little added color in the center with the candy apple and the sapphire. It's kind of fun. Okay, so now what we want to do is take our black shimmer brush and my handy dandy box, my splatter box, which is really just a close to my heart shipping box, and we're going to sprinkle it with some black shimmer. Add some splatters to that background. All right. And I probably should have done that first so it could dry, but here we are. I want to make sure this lays down flat for me. Okay, so now I can add this photo or Postage thin cut just kind of towards the left hand side. This kind of reminds me of like an art gallery. I think that was kind of the look I was going for. And just overlap that one a little bit. And then we're going to use the sapphire as kind of our shelf to put all of our fun things. Just add those, and then we're going to use some 3D foam to add the apple. There you go. Hey, so what do you think? Did you enjoy these cards? Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the variety this month. And then here's our last one. Again, this is August stamp of the month. I keep wanting to say September, but we're not September yet. August stamp of the month. And when you purchase this stamp set on my website, which is juliescott.closemyheart.com, I will send you this kit for free. And it is available until the end of the month. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Come back in just a few minutes and I am going to give you a sneak peek of what we will be creating in September. I'll be right back.